Hello everyone, welcome to Miss Success Suite. Today we're going to be making an Ankara bow tie. I can't wait to get started. So as usual, we'll start with the African print or Ankara fabric, and then I'll be using different kind of fabric for this project. We have our scissors. We also be using elastic bands. This is the type of band I'm using. You can use any kind of elastic band you have. I'll be using the paintbrush, small paintbrush, and I'll also be using this hard stay. You can see how hard it is. Okay, so this is the kind of stay I'll be using. My thread, a needle, my top bond or mud podge. So these are the materials we need to get. Now for us to get started, I'll be cutting out my hard stay. You guys can see how I'm cutting this out. And I'm going to be cutting different sizes, okay? So just look at the size that you feel like is okay for you. This one is really small. I'm going to cut another one that is bigger. So just go for any size that you like, but basically you could go for 3 by 6. That's what I went for. 3 by 6 or 3 by 5 or 4 by 6 or 4 by 7. Just look at it and look at how big you want it. Depends on how old the person is. So once you figure out the size, the next thing is I'm going to be cutting twice the size of that hard stay for my fabric. I want you guys to look at it again and just see what I'm doing. And you can use your scissors, but I'm using a cutting mat for this. Okay, but just go ahead and use what you have. So this is what I'm going to cut out now, and then I'll take my top bond. You can see that this is twice the size of the hard stay that I cut. So I'm going to apply the mud podge on top of the hard stay on one side, and once I do this, I'm going to place this in the middle of the fabric. Just watch as I do this. So I'm placing this in the middle of the fabric, and now I'm going to apply the mud podge all over the sides of the fabric. So you can see that the sides are not so big. I left about half inches or 1 inches on both sides, but the other side I made sure is about 2 inches, so that when I fold it up, the hard stay is completely covered. So I can't really give you a particular size. Just put your hard stay on your fabric, look at it and see how you can cut it so that it's going to be completely covered by the time you are done. Okay, so that's basically the technique behind it. So I'm applying my fabric glue all over, and I'm laying it. I'm making sure it is well laid before I cover it up completely. So once I do this now, the hard stay is going to be completely covered. You're not going to see it anymore. So once I've done this, next is I'm going to try to trim out any kind of edges I have and just try and make it as neat as possible. So you guys can see how I'm folding this. I'm going to fold this one side, fold it the other side, and fold it the other side. So it's going to give me that bow tie shape that I want. Okay, so that's how I did it. Once you hold it in the middle, you're going to see that it's already giving you that bow tie shape that you want. Okay, so that's how you're going to look like. So I'm going to be using my peg to hold this down. You want to make sure you use your peg to hold this down before it gets dried, so that shape can be retained there. So now I'm cutting out another hard stay, and this time around I'm just going to wrap it with my fabric. I'll be using the same fabric glue to wrap it with my fabric, and this is what I'm going to use to just tie around the middle of that bow tie to give it that shape that I want. Okay, so I'm just trimming it out, making sure it's as neat as possible. Like I said, I can't really give you any kind of measurement for this because it's costume made and it depends on your size of your bow tie. Okay, but just watch what I'm doing and you see that it's really easy and it's not hard at all. So now I'm going to take that piece and I will now wrap it around the middle of the bow tie to hold down that shape. Okay, so just watch and see what I'm doing. So now I'm going to go ahead and add my elastic band in the middle of this, and once it's in place, I'm going to take the piece of fabric and then glue it together using the Huyu glue or any other strong fabric glue, or I'll be using my thread and needle to sew this together. Looks, guys, this is the end. I'm going to allow this dry for a while, and once it is dried, you can leave it for another like 3 hours to dry up completely. You're going to have your bow tie ready. Okay, so that's it. That's how we make our African print bow tie. I hope yours is neater and better than mine, and you can come up with other ideas that you feel will make this better. So thank you guys for watching. See you in the next class. Bye bye.